This is Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag update for October 5th. Well, the corn market opened higher yesterday on strength from the wheat market and optimism over demand. Prices drew some additional support from strength in the crude oil market and weakness in the U.S. dollar, although prices were pressured by the ongoing harvest pace. Now, harvest continues to roll along with 88% of the crop now mature and 29% of it having already been harvested. At the close, we had December futures 0.75 cents lower for the day, with December futures ending the day at $5.40 3/4 per bushel. The soybean market was kind of on the defensive pretty much all day as the trade continues to react to larger than expected stocks and production numbers. Prices drew additional pressure from a lack of Chinese buying interest. There are some concerns in the trade that China is now out of compliance with the Phase 1 trade agreement, which was made during the Trump administration. Pressure also comes from soybean harvest, which continues to roll along ahead of the 5-year average pace. 34% of the crop has now been harvested, which is ahead of the 5-year average of 26% harvested normally at this point on the calendar. At the close, November soybean futures were 10 3/4 lower, ending the session at $12.35 3/4 per bushel. The wheat market traded higher on tight stocks and technical buying interest. Prices turned lower in the Kansas City futures, pressured by beneficial rains for the newly seeded winter wheat crop. Speaking of winter wheat, 47% of that crop has now been planted, with 19% of it having emerged. At the close, Minneapolis December futures were 1.25 higher as they settled at $9.30 Kansas City was 5.25 lower for the session, ending the day at $7.54 and Chicago futures were up 1.25 as they ended the session at $7.56 per bushel. Cotton futures turned in another stronger session. Cotton harvest is lagging the traditional pace by roughly 6 percentage points, with 13% of the crop having now been harvested. For the day, December futures were 40 points higher as they ended the session at $104.93 per hundred. Livestock futures were mixed. At the close, we had December live cattle futures $2.85 lower, closing at $128.05 per hundredweight. November feeder cattle were up $2.12.5, settling at $155.02 per hundred. Lean hog futures retreated and filled the gap that they had left last Thursday. At the close, we had December lean hog futures down $2.07.5, closing at $83.10 per hundred. Class 3 milk futures continued to surge upward. At the finish, the November futures were 22 points higher, settling at $18.42. And meat cutout values turned in a mixed session. Choice box beef ended the day down $3.18, closing at $289.18. Select boxes were 32 cents higher as they settled at $265.16. And pork carcass cutout values were 99 cents lower for the day, settling at $112.40 per hundredweight. This has been Craig Haugard with your Financial Issues Ag update. We'll be right back with more financial issues after this.